Namaste. What do you do when you feel a little down and depressed and don't feel like going to the gym? You go here. Even though it's 99 degrees, it feels like it's 110. But we're going to go walk. So let's go for a friggin' walk and talk. Maybe I'll feel better after that. We'll see. Did I even turn this thing on? Okay. Look how pretty it is here. I very rarely come. And all you have to do is just walk around a couple of times, and you don't have to worry about, being in the gym, being in closed quarters and burning calories, because just being outside in the heat, you're going to burn calories. Unfortunately, it's hard on your skin, so I didn't put my foundation on today because I didn't know I was going to get out of the house. But anyway, look how pretty. There's a couple things I want to talk about. Of course, they didn't find Summer yet. I know they're still looking. They looked yesterday. And like everybody else, I really couldn't sleep because I was waiting to hear news, but it didn't come. And I was afraid that was going to happen. But I think there's a psychic named Juanita. I don't know her last name. She's from New York, but I think she's from upstate New York, not New York City like me. And she was... Let me go in the shade over here. This is a really cool park. Not one kid playing in it. Maybe one kid. He doesn't look like a kid, though. Anyhow, I'm here to walk, so I'm just gonna go. But yeah. So her name is Juanita, and this is a nice area right here. And she was doing the spirit box and going into Ben Hill. She wasn't allowed on the property because Candace and Don said no, because of course they hate psychics or believe psychics are evil. So she was like, I'm trying to find your daughter. It's your daughter. Wouldn't you want anybody to find your daughter to do by any means? And the answer to that question was, nope, don't want you on my property. Anyway, so, I've been keeping up with everything about Summer and haven't seen anything. And I tried to stay away from it, doing any videos. I mean, I could have did my Scorpio video. So I got a Scorpio video to drop, emergency reading. But I wasn't quite finished. I was going to do the cards and stuff, but it's really hard to do it at home because I can't light my incense without making Devin sick, not be able to breathe and whatnot. So I'm trying to think. When I go to New York, usually I would light my incense and do a whole bunch of readings into the night, but Devin will be with me, so if I want to light my incense, I'll have to sit outside. But it's okay because Patricia has a nice backyard. Anyhow, so there was no news really, except that Candace, I'm sure everybody knows this by now, but Candace was asked to do a third, that's uno, dos, tres, what's it called? Polygraph, a third polygraph. Sorry about the chins. And so far, I don't think she's doing it. Don doesn't want her to do it because Don said, that's how they're going to try to get you and frame you. Really? Maybe Don thinks she's guilty, or Don knows something that we don't know. Because why wouldn't he just say, yeah, go ahead, go do it. everybody knows it's not admissible in court, but I think they would like to just get her alone for many, many hours. And that might work anyhow. So the kids are gone. The kids are taken out into protective custody. And they are all together. Uno, dos, tres. The three of them are together. Un, deux, trois. That's three in French. So that's good. I hope that stays the same. There was some rumors that they were given to a family member, but I don't think that's true. Because I don't think that they don't like to do that because they're afraid if they give them to a family member, even though the family member might have nothing at all to do with coming up to some shade. Thank God. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just walk in place right over here. But they think I'm talking about CPS in New York. So I don't really know how CPS is in Tennessee. Apparently not good. But it's the same thing in New York. Many people get neglected. The whole system is very, very bad, and they need to fix it. So I'm just trying to move my legs in place in shade because the sun is a killer. I think that they would not give family members the three boys because they're afraid, Candace and Don could get to the family members. And how do they know that the family members aren't whacked out too? So that's why they have to put them in protective custody, just like they did the four boys that Jacqueline and Trezell had. Okay, it's enough of a break. And I forgot to bring my water bottle because I didn't know what I was doing. I was feeling very down, not only because of summer, but because my trip to New York is coming up in August. And I have a big family, I think I told everybody. And I have two kids and a stepdaughter that is in New Jersey. And I have loads of family members. I have one brother in Toms River, New Jersey. I have one sister in Red Bank. I have another sister in Jamesburg. I have another sister in South Amboy, New Jersey. So that's a lot of New Jersey. And my stepdaughter lives with her boyfriend in New Jersey as well. So it's a lot of New Jersey trips. So the problem is that we have a certain amount of time, and then we have Devin's aunt, who's almost like his mother, that is 93, I think, and she's in Long Island. So my son has 4 houses, 3 of which are in Pennsyltucky, I like to call it, and he has one in Austin, Texas, which I've never seen. So we want to get to his house, to see his houses, plural, for one of the days because he's leaving to go to Texas. Never to visit me, but he's leaving to go to Texas on the 25th. So we're going to be in New York from the 17th, but we can't count the 17th because the 17th we don't get into New Jersey until 1:30 in the morning. So my son offered to pick me up, but we don't get in till 1:30, so that's like a non-day. And the 19th, me and Devin both have to go to the dentist. And we haven't been to the dentist in 6 years. I know that sounds weird, but we don't have any coverage here. So, actually I did try to go to the dentist once when I went back to Staten Island. Alright, so maybe it's 5 years for me, 6 for him. Anyhow, so we have better coverage in New York, so we're definitely gonna take advantage of that. But I'm sure we'll be fine, or I'll be fine. If anybody wants to get together with me on Thursday night after the dentist thing is done. So the problem is that I have all these people to visit, plus my kids, plus I have actually four beautiful friends. 3 friends from childhood that I have to see, I want to see, I miss them too much. That's Christine, Ellen, and Joan. And then I have this other friend that I worked with, and I love her very much. We went to New Orleans together. And her name is Arlene. I used to call her Mrs. H. Anyhow, so it's just like, I don't know how I'm going to do it. So I got overwhelmed. I started crying like a baby that I am. I told you guys I'm a big baby. And because I took my calendar in my car. Usually I can figure things out like that. But I can't just figure out my own schedule. I have to figure out everybody else. Like, there's so many moving parts. So my brother, my 3 sisters, and 1 brother in Jersey. Then my sister Patricia, thank God, we're going to be in her apartment. But one of the nights I'm going to sleep over my sister Christine's house in South Amboy. One of the nights I'm going to sleep over my sister's in Red Bank. I don't think I'm sleeping over Karen's house, but we're definitely going to visit because my nephew who passed away, Sean, I wasn't there for the wake, the funeral. She did like a little memorial thing, I think. But I'm going to go visit his grave site with my sister and my brother-in-law. I have a little plaque that I made. Anyhow, I just hope we could do it. And then Devin wants to visit his parents' graves in Brooklyn, I think they are. Well, Long Island or Brooklyn. And he actually plants, so he wants to plant. And then I was like, well, I have to visit my whole family that's in the cemetery in Staten Island. And then I just got overwhelmed. I was like, I don't understand how I'm supposed to do it all. I don't even want to talk about it because, hold on a second. Just keep walking. Just keep walking. I know in my head it'll get, this is the problem. So many people in my family want me to sleep over. And so I said, okay, I'll sleep over a night at Christine's house. I'll sleep over a night at Susan's. I'll sleep over a night at my brother's. But I'm not even 100% sure on my brother's because Devin will be with me. So maybe Devin will sleep over too. I'm not even sure. Okay. So then out of that combination, 2 of the sisters are starting to say, why only one night? Well, we're only there for 13 days. Well, really, you can't count the day you come in because we're coming in on the 17th but not getting here till 1:30 in the morning. So that day is shot. And you can't count the day we leave, which I think is the 30th or the 31st. Unless you're coming by the apartment in the morning to hang out with us. I don't really count those days. Usually I see my daughter the night before I leave. And the last time I saw her, which was 2 years ago, I was hugging her extra long because I said, I have a feeling I'm not going to see you. She said, yes, you will. I'll see you next year. And I said, I don't know. I have a weird feeling that I'm not going to see you. So I have to hug you extra. And then I was right because then we had the world closed down with COVID and the pandemic. So I guess the last time I saw her was for her 32nd birthday, I think. No, 31st birthday, because she's 33 now. So that was the last time. Sorry about the tears. Let me just show you a tree. And then just to add to the stress, we have Devin. This is his first trip back home in 6 years. So literally, when we left the island, we lived with my sister Patricia for like 2 months because I had to get out of my apartment and then had nowhere to live, and she took me in. And then Devin had to dismantle his house of many, many years, and she took him in. So my brother-in-law, John, and my sister, Patricia, are really wonderful people. So, and the fact that they let us stay in the apartment, they let me stay in the apartment every single time I come back, is really beautiful of her. So, it just makes me miss them worse. And I'm sorry I'm being a baby, but the next shade that I get into, I gotta check the phone, see how long I'm talking, because I feel like I need some water and I don't even have any in the car. But my point being is, when you feel sad or upset and you just don't want to go to the gym because, I don't know, it's like, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. I mean, I went to the gym 3 times last week. That's a pretty good week for me. I'm gonna try to push it to be longer, more, because that's what the doctor told me. But if I can get out and walk, that's good too, because I get to see nature and it helps heal your chakras. So that's my point. I mean, probably depressing everybody with my stupid tears, but your tears release toxins in the body of sadness and fear and despair. So it's good to get them out. Never good to hold them in, to try to be a hero, strong. Anyhow, here's some shade. Let me check my phone. 1 second, guys. Oh, only 17 minutes, so that means I'm not allowed to take a rest. I gotta walk for at least 25 minutes before I'm allowed to. I'm probably gonna get burnt up because I'm white as a ghost, and I forgot to wear suntan lotion because I usually stay out of the sun except for walking, and I try to protect my skin so that it doesn't get worse than it is. Anyway, yeah, so I have a lot on my mind. I think in my head it'll work out, it'll be nice. There'll be some craziness, because there always is, some Brady drama. Save the Brady drama for the Dalai Lama, because your mama don't want it. Okay, that's something Patricia taught me. Save the drama for the Dalai Lama. Anyhow, no, we're a good family. We're a crazy family. We're survivors of a lot of crazy things that happen. Watch this action. See that? I wish I could be doing that. I can't do that, even for a couple of seconds. Well, maybe I can just lift my legs in the shade for a minute. As long as you keep it moving, right? So anyhow, it's really hot out here. But at least, like, when I go home, I'll feel like I did something. Well, yesterday I did do something. I made 2 pounds of potato salad. My homemade potato salad. Crushed up celery, chopped up onions. It was already chopped because I'm a princess. I bought it already chopped. But I did the celery myself, and then I mix sometimes a little carrots in there. I won't put eggs in because I don't like the egg part. So if I'm making it, I make it the way I like it, and you put some, of course, mayonnaise, and then you put vinegar, white vinegar, is really good. It's good for the body, and it's also good for your digestion. It's good for a lot of things. But I like it because it tastes like German potato salad. And that's how you make German potato salad. Okay, time to walk. So, yeah, I wanted to tell you that. I wanted to tell you the thing about summer, which really is no news because anybody with a brain, half a brain, could see that there's been no news. They didn't find her. Of course, we remain vigilant and hopeful, and hopefully, yeah, it's going to get done. Or at least, you know, clink clink will happen. I had a little dream. It was like a vision late last night, and it was Candace. And her hands were behind her back with metal bracelets. I hope, or whoever is responsible, one of them, two of them, three of them, whatever it is, four of them, I think they're very close. Otherwise, EquiSearch, I don't think would have came unless they had leads. And they were going by a lot of the leads from the psychic Juanita. I never called in any of my videos because I had called in before on Jennifer Dulos, Suzanne Morphew. Nobody ever talked to me. Nobody ever called me back. I talked to one person and they said they were going to call me back and they never did. So I do my videos. I put out information. I stand by it. And like, say if something happens, like, say if they were going to say, hey, Barry's completely innocent. He didn't kill his wife, right? I would legit take down my videos. And I have probably 33. But I would probably take down the first 3 or 5. Now, in this case, if they find out that, you know, Don had nothing to do with it, Candace had nothing to do with it, her mother Candy had nothing to do with it, a drug dealer had nothing to do with it, and they find the culprit and they have nothing to do with it, I'll do the same. I will make a statement of apology and take down those videos. However, I don't believe that I'll have to do that. Okay? So I stand by my work. It takes me a long time to do it. I do it all for free. And I stand by it. It is what it is. And I've done many different cards. I've done the dowsing rods. I've spoken to spirit. I speak to spirit. When I was praying for summer, I was praying for summer and praying for a friend last night that asked for some extra prayers from the angels. And a little bit after I prayed for them, I got that vision of Candace with the hands behind her back and the metal bracelets being added. And it looked like, it's weird because it looked like, one second guys. So hot. Okay, so I did 24 minutes. But look at my face. I have rosacea. That's not good. Okay. It's not good to go without suntan lotion and a water bottle. Anyhow, the things you do to try to be skinny. I don't even want to be skinny. I never wanted to be scary skinny, but I just never wanted to be frightfully fat either. Okay, so every time I say that, there's one person that said, oh, you're beautiful on the inside and the outside. You're not fat. Stop putting yourself down like that. But now, lately, nobody says that. One person said it, and I thank them profusely. Anyhow, my vision was She wasn't at the house, but she was standing on some sort of hill, and she was definitely outside, and it kind of looked like Warriors Park or some kind of park that she was at, just living her best life. Me, I would either be in the house crying my eyes out, praying, on my knees by a candle, or searching myself, okay? You can't tell me that Jacqueline, Trezell, and Candace, and Candy, and Don can't search, aren't allowed to search. They're allowed to search. The police are watching them. They're allowed to search. You're allowed to walk around just calling her name. I know they allegedly said they did that the first, half hour she was gone. And another negligent thing that she said in her statement was that she let the boys go out with the knife and a flashlight. Okay, the boys are 9, 12, and 13. Into the woods when it's getting dark to look for their sister, who probably wasn't even anywhere in the woods, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, this is all my opinion. Everybody is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, and unless they have enough evidence, clink clink doesn't happen until they get enough evidence. Okay, 1 second. Gosh. Okay, I'm dehydrating over here. So, the other thing I wanted to say is, I'm free. A rainbow. Okay. No, I didn't want to say that. I wanted to say that somebody sent me in PayPal $57. Maybe it was $60 and PayPal takes out $3. But I think their name starts with a J, but I don't have any information. Like, if you want a reading, okay, let me go over this again. Because a lot of people, I have a lot of new people, new subs, that don't understand how I do it. If you want a reading, you have to talk to me first, because I have a list, and sometimes I have readings off, just because I'm busy doing my art, or I'm busy doing readings for the collective, or readings for crime cases, and I just, I can't overtax myself, and I want to give you a good reading, so I have to meditate on you. So if you want a reading, and that person, their name begins with a J, that sent me the $57, please go to my Gmail. Okay, I put it on my community post page, my Gmail. I'll put it in the comments on this page too. But if you sent me money, and nobody sent me any money until we've spoken about it, because I'm getting ready for my trip, and I can put you on the list, but I'd rather not. I'd rather talk to you first in the email, to get the dates right. And when I go to New York, I'm sure there'll be a time where I'm awake and I could do a reading. I'm going to bring my cards with me. But like I said, I have to go outside to the backyard. I can't light the incense near Devin because he just can't breathe, and it's not fair to make him, have like an asthma attack. So, plus my sister has emphysema, even though she smokes. Okay, but the incense bothers her too, I think, and John. Anyhow, your girl needs a she shed, but I don't think that's happening, so we do what we could do. I'm in my car, I could light up right now. But I really need a drink. So I wanted to say, this is how I do readings. You could either mail me them, if we talk in the Gmail, and I say, okay, you could mail me the money, or I might say, wait till August 5th, or wait till September. It doesn't, I have to talk to you personally in the Gmail and give you a date. Then you can mail me the money, or mail it to my post office box, or, and that'll take like a week or two, depending on where you live. But that's okay. Um, or if you do the PayPal, uh, you don't have to do the PayPal until I give you a date, because I just don't want you to, you know, I don't want that pressure on me. And I know it sounds stupid, like, well, doesn't she do readings all the time? No, not really. I do general readings, but personal readings take a lot from me, because then usually not just one video. I take my time with it. Sometimes it's, my last reading was, I think it was 8 videos for Mr. Virgo, um, because I had my notes to read, and I wanted to do several different cards, and and then some people's videos could just be 2. So I do a solid, because the angels told me, my spirit guides, because I didn't want to do readings anymore, to tell you the truth, because I don't know, I just didn't, I was feeling like I'm getting too tired from the readings. I just want to be free and just do whatever the frig I want, right? At this age, 57 and a half. And I want to do, I like to make money. Don't get me wrong, I am a Virgo. But I like to do it through my art. But the angels told me, people need you. That's what they said. Katrina, people need you. So what you're going to do is, so that you have an energy reserve and you don't feel taken advantage of, you're going to make it one fee. Because I did weird fee. I've been doing readings since I'm like 20, since actually I was a child, 8 years old, but I didn't do it for money. Because my mother always said, don't do it for money, just do it for friends and family. Well, I don't think she realized it was going to, she did tell me I was going to do it and I was going to be successful with it. That's why she made me study the palmistry books, because I started out as a palmist. And I could still read your palm, but it's kind of hard for people to send me pictures of their palm. Some people do. My daughter always does. Anyhow, so what the angel said is, you make it a regular price, because I know people get hundreds of dollars for very short, like 3 questions, $50, 4 questions, $70, 1 hour, $100, $150. I'm not going to do that, okay? If people want to tip me, that's up to them, okay? But I am good with what the angels told me, my spirit guides. When I say angels, I mean spirit guides and angels, because they all talk to you. They talk to everybody, but it's whether we train ourselves to listen.